Hey, welcome back to the video. Today I'm gonna be discussing, just upcoming events, upcoming fights in the MMA world or slash boxing world, just combat sports in general. I'm gonna be talking about MMA first because this is an MMA channel. I love MMA more than boxing, and so I'm gonna leave the boxing at the very end if you don't care to watch that. But yeah, here's a wide angle of my background. If you were curious, the one person watching, subscribe to my channel. Anyways, not finished. I am gonna put more panels here because I'm talking directly next to this wall, and the echoes is gonna bounce back here. So I am gonna put more of these. I do have more. I just don't have tape. I ran out of tape. But anyways, going back to MMA, the Tom Aspinall Sheragon press conference just happened a couple hours ago. That was the most bro. The UFC needs to change it up. Look, this is the problem with the UFC or just a problem with businesses in general. When a business gets too big, they need to become more bland. And what I mean by that is, like, let's say for example, music. If you listen to like an underground artist, their music is very niche to his target audience, and it's very, it's very exciting and fun for if you really enjoy that. And if an artist becomes too big, their music becomes less niche. It becomes more bland, and that's to be more listenable to the average person, like to a wider audience, basically. So the more bland, the more safer it is to advertise to a bigger audience, and that's exactly what the UFC is doing. It becomes more bland in order to cater to a wider audience. Not make it look like as like cavemen punching each other, but more professional. But that's the thing is, there's nothing wrong with a business wanting to gain more money. But the issue is, if you're gonna gain more money, can we at least have a little bit of things that we do enjoy, as in actual custom shorts, not just custom shorts that we've been seeing in the UFC, but like actual custom shorts, like how it used to be back then, or like for this example, these press conferences have actual fans ask actual questions, and not have these pre-picked media members asking the most boring dog brain dead questions. Like, Tom Aspinall was in enemy territory. You know how hype it would be if Tom Aspinall was like, "Hey, you French fucks, you all smell like shit. Y'all should shut the fuck up and suck my dick," or something like that. You know how exciting that would be. Like, bro, that would be like, that will hype up everybody watching the press conference live. Like, it's just, this is what we need. You kind of have to blame the fighters as well, not just the UFC. The people that run the UFC. Like, these fighters need to be a little bit more. They gotta understand that you guys are entertainers. At the end of the day, you guys are making money for the UFC while fighting, and you guys gonna have to be like, I know, like, listen, Tom Aspinall, you guys are like a couple, like 1 or 2 months, like I think it's like a month away from you guys fighting. You're not weight cutting. You could be more alive, and also kind of don't like when Tom Aspinall said, "Oh, I'm not gonna talk. Yeah, sure, go on, do your thing." Like, bro, you need to make your job in promoting this thing. That's literally what the press conference is, to promote this event. And I know it's like, oh, the fans will respect this, but come on, you could have sent a bunch of stuff to John Jones as well. Like, John Jones has so much coming towards him that you could have, like, literally opened up the gates of hell and you really and say the most quoted like quotes you could have made in UFC history. You could have been bigger than Conor. Actually, never mind. That was gonna be bigger than Conor. But anyways, Sheragon is in France. Obviously, he's gonna get cheered in and applaud whenever he speaks. So, it's not like he could have really done anything, like aside from like making it bad. I didn't really like that press conference. We need actual show, like, hey, I'm better than you. I'm the better man. But anyways. Yeah, and I also love heavyweight. Heavyweight is, and to me, like, I love Ngannou. He's like one of my favorite fighters ever. So I love the heavyweight division. Each time I see a heavyweight fighter fight for the title or anything close to that, I'm like thinking, can Ngannou beat that guy? Is he better than Ngannou? And that's what I love watching. So it's kind of, so I do love seeing Aspinall fight. Like, I love seeing his KOs. Let's be honest, he's more technical than Ngannou. He's probably the best heavyweight of all time, Aspinall. But at the same time, you kind of want to be like a little bit more talkative. Like, even Ngannou had his one-liners. Anyways, yeah, I do think Aspinall beats Sheragon easily, if you want my opinion. Oh yeah. Also, I forgot to mention. I did get sushi. I am gonna be eating sushi. Look at this. Oh no, wait. Let me see. Ugh. Also got more over here. But I love sushi. It's my comfort food. Whenever I got out of school, I would go to this sushi spot, and I would be eating sushi in my car, just the most relaxed. I also have a clip of me recording myself like years ago when I did this. So fat and ugly and disgusting. I mean, I'm still ugly, but anyways, that was a tangent. Also, we got Alex Pereira versus Ankalaev next. I do not have their faces here, but just imagine. Great fight. I can't wait for it. I really want Alex Pereira to win. Listen, if Alex Pereira loses this fight, realistically, he's gonna retire. And if he retires, the light heavyweight division is pretty dead. Don't lie to yourself. We all forgot Ankalaev was champ after he beat Alex Pereira. We all forgot that division even existed. If Alex Pereira loses, then we can hope for a Jiri matchup. If Jiri beats Roundtree, and be excited for that. Listen, if Roundtree beats Jiri and he fights for Ankalaev, it's gonna be like, oh, it's the guy that lost to Pereira fighting Ankalaev. But you know, it's whatever. It's not gonna be a big build up if it's Roundtree going up for the title. But it's gonna be a huge match. I mean, again, Jiri lost to Alex Pereira twice, so I literally forgot about that. Okay, maybe I am making it up. Anyways. Also, I'm to this day, I'm still thinking about that BSD RUFFY pick I made. I'm like thinking, dude, I think BSD could win, but then I just don't know. Like, RUFFY could easily just go out there and chin BSD. Like, I kind of want to go back on my pick, but no, I am gonna stick with my pick. I am gonna pick BSD to get submission win. I don't know. I just hope he gets it done. Also, I just want to go over these two guys. You know, they've both been recently cut from the UFC. Bryan Battle, they've both been cut for the same reason, as in missing weight. Now, I do think that's a really good, let's say, message for the UFC to be making, that if you don't make weight, you're going to get cut. And we've been seeing so many, not just fights in general, but title fights get ruined because of missing weight. Recently, it was like this very year, it was, how many missing weights have we seen? We've seen Armin miss weight. Actually, I think that was the only title fight. But anyways, there's been too many weight misses, and this is a great message for the UFC to be making, to say, hey, if you miss weight, you're out of here. Now, I do think it's I mean, I did predict KEITA to lose, but I think it is a little bit. It is your first UFC fight. Like, you should have been dialed in to make weight for that fight. And Bryan Battle is less reasonable, as in he was, on a winning streak. He did beat what's his name, Randy Brown, and that was a great win. And Bryan Battle, he missed weight on the Nursultan fight, so you had a lot of it is a big responsibility making weight, but it is a great message for the UFC to be making. You just see Bryan Battle has been assigned to the PFL. He is gonna be can crushing like a lot over there, so he's gonna be getting like basically like free wins, and maybe get signed back in. But I don't know about that. I don't know if the UFC is gonna resign a guy they cut because of missing weight. I mean, if he shows up to be like, hey, I can make weight on the PFL, then maybe they do resign him. But who knows? He's gonna be can crushing everybody over there, getting free wins, free winning streak over there. He is actually really good. Bryan Battle. I did choose him. I did pick him to lose to Nursultan, but I think Nursultan is actually pretty good himself. I think they were like, for UFC standards, they're not the elite, but they're really good either way. So he's gonna be destroying everybody at the PFL. The PFL. There's many reasons why the PFL is not as good as the UFC, as in they're not as old, so they don't have the what's it called, the roster, and then they also don't have a big of a stage, as in the bigger the stage, the more dialed in you are to fight. If I'm gonna be fighting in front of 100 people or versus like 10,000, I'm gonna be trying way more harder than fighting for the 10,000 crowd. You understand what I mean? So the UFC just naturally breeds more skilled fighters, basically. So that's what Bryan Battle is gonna be doing. He's already fought the UFC, and has gotten big wins. So he's gonna destroy everybody at the PFL, basically, and he's still in his prime, basically. So yeah. It's gonna be interesting seeing him fight over there. You know, seeing how easily he decapitates these PFL fighters. But anyways, and KEITA, I mean, KEITA can easily get re-signed into the UFC if he just, you know, gets like a 1 or 2 more fights in the regional scene, like a couple more wins, and then he just gets re-signed again. Like, you know, maybe next year he gets re-signed. So, like I said, it's not bad that these guys got cut. It's not like I don't know, like Mosbar getting cut. Like, he was in the rankings and he was close to a title fight, even though, and you know, he got cut. So anyways, all right, so we got Mike Tyson versus Mayweather confirmed. I don't know if it's been officially confirmed, but it has been like confirmed. They both signed to fight each other. Now this is like, listen, I've been looking online on Instagram. I'm only on Instagram. I'm not on X or Twitter or whatever. I am excited for this fight. Like, this fight is extremely exciting because they both hate each other. I don't know if you know that, but they both hate each other. It's pretty funny. And I don't remember. I think they have a picture with each other, like in the, like, let's say, I think they fought. I don't know if they fought in the same event or something, but they have a picture with each other, and that's like the only picture they have with each other. I think it was like one of like Mayweather's first fights, and he like posed next to Tyson. But yeah, they hate each other. Now, I generally don't think they're gonna actually go in there for like with an ego and trying to KO each other in an exhibition match, because this is an exhibition match. I think they're gonna be really respectful. They're like, let's be honest, they're both at the age where they just don't care about winning or losing a boxing match against each other. I think they're gonna both be respectful. I think it's gonna be the same way Tyson fought Jake Paul, where like, you can tell they both weren't really trying. Tyson is old, he is like nearly reaching 60. Mayweather himself is at the age, but not that ancient. Okay, that was pretty disrespectful. Not that young at heart. I don't know. Anyways, it's gonna be fun to watch. It's not gonna be a serious boxing match. It's gonna be just for fun, and I can't wait for it. And I like Tyson. I mean, who doesn't like Tyson? You're like a weirdo if you don't like Mike Tyson at all. It's understandable if you don't like Mayweather. I am indifferent with Mayweather. I mean, it's very rarely. I hate fighters in general. Like, I hate a boxer or a fighter or MMA fighter. Very rarely do I care. But yeah, it's gonna be fun to watch. It's gonna be interesting, basically. All right. So the last thing I'm gonna be talking about is Canelo versus Bud. I cannot wait for this. It's basically Canelo, the guy that's been there, done that, has already been established his career and made himself one of the legends of boxing. And he's gonna be fighting this. I mean, it's kind of weird. I think, isn't Terence Crawford older than Canelo? But Terence is like the guy that's like the upcoming guy. Anyways, yeah, Terence is, he's the guy that's going to establish his career over a big name win with Canelo. And the thing is, Canelo he's been slowing down. You can tell he's been slowing down, not taking his fights as seriously. If he isn't like aging, he's still in his prime. He's like 34, I think. So that, it's not like Canelo's old. But he's been slowing down because maybe he's slowing down mentally, not physically, as in he's not caring about boxing these up and comers. Just trying to get like an easy win against them, just cruising through these fights. So maybe the question is, isn't Canelo not as slow as he is, but he just doesn't care? And when he's gonna fight an actual boxer like Terence, is he actually gonna press on the gas pedal and actually go back to his old self? That's the question for Canelo. And Terence is he's going up 2 weight classes, fighting Canelo. Don't get me wrong, Canelo himself is also technically fighting up 2 classes himself, or like 1 weight class himself up. So it's not like technically Terence is gonna be fighting a fighter 2 weight classes higher. They're both kind of similar. It's just Canelo fights higher. It's like basically Conor McGregor fighting Nate Diaz, where Conor McGregor went up 2 weight classes, but Nate Diaz technically fought at a lower weight class, but he was fighting at welterweight. It's like the same type of like scenario when it comes to these weight classes. But yeah, it's not a huge difference you can see right here in this pic I have between them. So it's not like Canelo's gonna be towering over him or just being way more thicker or bigger than him. It's like if not, Terence is the bigger guy there, as you can see. No, so what is Dana White doing there? Like, get your like, bro. You fumbled Jones versus. I mean, technically Jones didn't even want to fight at all, but you were promoting this while Jones was decided to retire. Like, bro. And there were so many fights that we didn't even get to see because Dana was, you know, twerking on what's his name, on Turkey's lap. But anyways, exciting fight. I think it's like 1 or 2 weeks from now. I am gonna be obviously going for Canelo. I'm gonna be honest. If Canelo loses, it's whatever. I'm not a huge boxing fan when it comes to like going like rooting for fighters. I mean, to be honest, I kind of don't even care about MMA fighters at all as well. Like, it's just this, I like this fighter, I'm gonna watch him. But for Canelo, it's gonna be, I'm just gonna root for him because we're both basically the same nationality. Even though this dude looks like he's straight from Ireland, and I look like I just got back from the like mowing some white person's lawn or whatever. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna be rooting for Canelo. We look alike, don't we? Anyways, and yeah, that's about it. That's all I want to talk about. It's just can't wait for these fights, interesting fights. Aspinall, start talking, bro. You need to start talking a little bit more. We need an exciting heavyweight. Even though your fights are amazing, your KOs are spectacular, we need you on the mic. Like, we don't have much superstars in those, like the champs of now. They're not only are they boring to watch, they are boring in general. So for you to be the guy that's exciting to fight, we need you to be exciting on the mic as well. Like, I would love you to be like another big name in the UFC. You know, Alex Pereira is probably not gonna win against Ankalaev. He has a big chance. I mean, he has a decent chance, but not. I don't know. We all know what happens in rematches where one fighter rematches the other, and the guy that lost loses in a worse fashion. You know, we've seen that plenty of times in these couple of years. But yeah, we need you. We only have Ilya right now. Ilya and rarely fights as well. And you said you want to be active. That's good. We need an active fighter. That's exciting. So just talk a little bit more smack, please. Please. Alright, so that's about it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Just me talking about stuff and rambling and eating sushi. And yeah. See you guys. Bye-bye.